So here we are at International Marine with Joe Coulombe. Coulombe. Joe Coulombe. Sorry, Joe.
No problem.
Joe found out about us in the world, I guess, the universe.
I found out about Wight pottery. I have a boat up in the Sacramento Delta, and several times during the summer, you see these little tiny boats go by. And I didn't know what they were, so I asked one of my friends what that was, and he told me it was a Wight potter. And so I started Googling about, what they do and what have.
What is a Wight potter?
It's a little sailboat that can get you anywhere you want to go, which is why I chose to buy one. I've had boats most of my life, but one of my trips I wanted to do was a 1,000-mile Delta loop waterway, and I was looking at a used potter, but they were too far away for me to go and take a peek at, so I Googled the manufacturer, and lo and behold, it's here in Inglewood.
And here we are.
So Ken was nice enough to come down on a Saturday, which you normally don't work on Saturdays, I guess.
Now, did you know about the pink boat ahead of
No, the only thing I saw on the pink boat, you're right, I didn't know it, is that when I Googled your site, you had a little caption about Sail for the Cure. And it had this country singer lady, and
Heather Miles.
And it had a little talk about raising money for the Sail for the Cure. So anyway, I was interested in the idea. We talked a little bit about that. My family, I have quite a few family members who passed away from cancer. My brother's wife is a survivor of breast cancer. So as we started talking, I go, well, you know what? Maybe instead of buying a used boat, when I came down here to kind of see how things are going, I said, I'll buy that boat. And if you keep the sails on it, I'll sell around the Delta and promote the cure for cancer. And that's pretty much how we got to be where we are. And since then, well, that was April 7th, I think.
April 7th.
Okay, I called you up on the 6th, and I thought I was talking to a dealership. And I was asking Ken, are you guys open on the weekend? He goes, well, I can't be, I'm the owner.
I am the owner.
And so I said, well, can I just come down and see the showroom? He says, well, we don't have a showroom, this is where we make it. He says, no kidding. So anyway, I came down and gave me directions, and lo and behold, we started walking around the shop and seeing all this good stuff. And that's when we kind of, moving fast forward, kind of decided to put two to two together. My desire to do that 1,000-mile Delta waterway, but instead of going in just any potter, I was going to go in the potter.
The pink potter.
And as we started talking, I gave Ken a call, and well, we're still here. And I said, you know what? You don't normally see guys driving around in a pink Volkswagen or a pink anything. But I've always had a pink shirt, so men can wear pink. But I don't know if I want to have a pinky on my boat. So I was telling Ken on my way over here, if I did decide to get this boat, I was going to name it Floyd.
Perfect.
And so
does everyone get it? Pink Floyd.
So to kind of balance the best of both worlds, sail for the cure with a pink boat, and as people get a little bit closer and see Floyd on it, it'll be more of an attention getter to get more folks to come over and ask questions. And as this process started evolving, I've been talking with my brother who's donating $50 when I complete the trip, and my other brother's donating $100 when I complete the trip. And as we started talking via email, they said, well, we already give already. We give mostly local. And so I called them back or emailed them back and said, you know what? I didn't realize that. So as I go through this journey to promote the cure, to have people make a pledge, but for them to donate locally, as opposed to having be so on a Delta, the people from all over California, people go there for vacationing all over the world, I guess. And so if they're interested in the idea, they can make a commitment to donate whatever they would like to their local.
Per the nautical mile.
For the nautical mile.
So for every nautical mile that Joe rows, sails, or possibly motors,
right,
we're going to have a donation.
And if they want to donate more, we can do it by the street mile.
And maybe a song. Another sea, a shell in the sea. Another shell in the sea. Get it?
And this trip wouldn't be possible without Ken. I gotta tell you, one thing just clicked after another, and with Ken as a manufacturer having some good ideas to help us make it work so I can do this whole thing solo.
Well, we started this project actually over a year ago with the thought of making a pink boat and a pink potter for the cure. And I thought that the size of the boat would really carry this through, and the flexibility and where you can go with it. I never thought in a million years that Joe would come here that day and talk about this and have this venture that he's going to take, and this huge adventure, and buy and support the manufacturing of the boat, which we're going to donate part of it to the cure, and have this amazing story that's just beginning here. So Joe wanted it very specially fit out. His requests were he wanted 3 forms of power: human power with oars, sail power, and some motor power. And so we fit the boat out with all kinds of electronics. Oops, Joe needed a double battery set and some charging, so when he pulls dockside, he can have his electronic equipment, laptop, lights, power inside the boat, and he'll have solar power charging that as well. And we put in some interesting guest marine chargers and hookups, compass, depth sounder, and we're mounting the oars in this position right here. We just worked that out. That's Julio. Julio,
Say hi,
Julio's building this boat for him and refitting it. So this is, we figure out the position, actually it's about here.
Right.
That's where it's going to be going, and we're mounting these oars, and then he's going to have a motor in the aft and his 2 rowing positions. So he's really worked out that human power aspect of it.
And I can't say I did it by my own ingenuity. These West Wight Potter guys and gals who have had these boats since 1940 whatever came up with all the ideas that I'm incorporating into this one boat. So to all you West Wight Potter folks out there that already came way before me that figured this stuff out, thank you all.